Hi guys, it's me Agalord here. Most of you wanted me to commentate on replays played by pro players, so that's why I started this series. I will upload to YouTube and probably put the link on my stream where I really cast pro replays. So let's start the replay, and while it goes I'm just gonna talk about myself and how these things will work. So first of all, we see two humans, a human mirror, which is considered the least exciting matchups between the Hungarian players, but I really like this matchup because well, it's quite micro intensive. Mostly it's breaker wars, but we'll see how this turns out. So this is a top replay on replayers.net. So this is Gigi Nya, aka Inquisitive Hawk, who's probably the best human in Russia. Not probably, I think he's the best in Russia, and probably the best human in Europe. So, and his enemy will be Love Suck, who is Reprisal, Korean human player. And well, yeah, because I don't know about Korean players, but he's the best Korean human player, I think. Maybe there's Agatha, but I think Reprisal is the best. So sorry for my English in advance, because as you know probably from my stream, I'm not English, not even American. I'm a Hungarian player, so my English is not that perfect or good, anywhere near to perfect, so sorry if I just mumble a lot or something like that. If I don't know how to say it, I will just stuck in the middle of a sentence, but please ignore that and try to enjoy the game. So as we can see, both players started with a normal build. Reprisal getting an Archmage and Hawk is getting an Archmage too, but I think Hawk's Archmage is gonna be faster out, so minimal advantage for him. Yeah, you could argue about that. Yeah, okay, it's like 1 second, but actually few seconds in the early game can really count, especially if you go against Orc, who's gonna rush you, or Undeads, who plays Death Knight and is gonna rush you. So few seconds can be deadly. You can prevent losing peasants with a few seconds. Of course, in human versus human, it's really rare to see people rushing each other in the earliest of the games. So probably we will see Hawk is getting level 2 on this little green spot, and the Reprisal is getting level 3 on this spot, which is actually a bit better because it's more experience, but Hawk will have the advantage of rushing, so maybe Reprisal will be in a little advantage, like 40 experience, not that much, maybe this much, but Hawk can rush him and harass him while he's of course trying to tech up between the attacks. So Reprisal is evading the collision, the battle between them, sending his Water Mantle in the red spot. Maybe he can lure the army of Hawk there. While Reprisal started attacking, Hawk started attacking just right the same time, so it's in the same time. And Reprisal put down some defensive Arcane Towers, 3. This is a game Reprisal often plays 3 or 4 Arcane Towers in the middle of his base, so the harass of the enemy human player will be not too effective, because 3 Arcane Towers is quite a lot. It kills Water Mantles really fast, and the Footman too. So as we can see, Hawk is trying to creepjack some creeps from Reprisal, but it's not gonna happen. Reprisal gets the kill, so he has experience. While Gigi Nya is, Hawk has crept down this this orange creep spot with the dragon. So now he can creep this down, and probably, yeah, he will go level 3, I think. Yeah, I think he will go level 3. Yeah, definitely. So he's going level 3 while Reprisal is going back to his towards Hulk's base. Hulk has only one Arcane Tower and one Arcane Tower building, but this is not really good when Reprisal stopped to attack this farm. Okay, it can be good if the enemy is near to supply blocking himself, which happened just right now. Because if this goes down, he will have only 36 supplies. But it would have been better if he can arrive here and harass before this Arcane Tower is up. So as we can see, Hulk is harassing Reprisal's peons, well, peasants, and the Reprisal reacted a bit slowly, so one peasant just died, while Reprisal is killing farms, which can be a good tactic, because his Mountain King will be much later. But oh no, Reprisal is not paying attention, losing a footman eventually, and losing some peasants. As we can see, 24 against 33, so huge hit from Hulk to Reprisal. Because Hulk has more units, but I think, yeah, 1000 golds and more. Yeah, Reprisal has more gold stacked up, so he can make more tier 2 units. But we'll see about how this goes. He gets a Nega, which is quite unusual. Nega is really good in the early game, early T2 game, when you want to harass your opponent. But as you can see, Reprisal is down on the footman count, so he really can't really do that much with this Nega. So I don't consider this a really good choice, because Nega has quite low HP, so you have to really micro him well to make that efficient. As you can see, one Archmage can easily deflect this Nega Archmage force. So while he has more units, more footmans, I mean Hulk, he's losing quite a lot of peasants. So yeah, his Nega has to go, because it will die in like 2 more hits. Yeah, so Arcane Sanctum up, Arcane Walls going up. So in the tech, definitely I would say the advantage goes for Reprisal, because he has the tech up while Hulk doesn't have the tech up, but he's making the second Arcane Sanctum now. So army advantage probably to 35 against 37. No, the army advantage is for Reprisal, and I'm at the advantage. So actually Reprisal is in quite a huge advantage over Hulk now, because he has the army advantage. His army consists of not only footmen but priests and blah blah blah, priests and footmen, which is much better. Though I would say the hero advantage goes for Hulk, because he got Mountain King, and Mountain King can easily focus down a Nega or an Archmage. So Reprisal really has to be careful about his creeping and the creep jacks and stuff like that. And as you can see, this army is much inferior to Hulk's army, though he has the unit advantage, the food advantage. That's probably because he has more peasants. He called in the militia, so the militia is coming for help, plus some priests. So Reprisal will try to kite away this army. As you can see, Nega can easily pick off units while kiting. So this is gonna be an exciting battle. Just he has to be careful about not letting Nega get bolted and surrounded. As you can see, there is plenty of mana on the Mountain King. Almost enough for 2 storm bolts. Yeah. So one more footman down, and he has lots of footmen. This Hulk has lots of footmen. Oh, and now he has to be careful, because the Nega will probably get bolted, or the Archmage. But I think it's the priest who's gonna get bolted. We'll see. No, he instead decided to flee back, which is probably a wise choice, because this army is much better than this army. So as you can see, the Nega is really good at chasing opponents, and he doesn't have a boot, so that sucks for him. So One more priest down. Nega is getting hit, and that's why. That's what I'm talking about. It's so easy to damage down the Nega, and imagine that the Mountain King would come this route and just bolt her, and it would be dead. So as you can see, probably some chat here. Probably there was a stop in the game. Okay, priest dispelling the water elemental, not wasting too much mana. Okay, wasting some mana. So Nega is not bad. It's really good if you can kite and micro really well, but be careful with that. You really have to be aware of hero focus of the enemy human, or any kind of hero focus if you play Nega, because it's really squishy. So how's Reprisal doing? 48 on the supply. How's Hulk doing? 44 on the supply. Probably I would say the minor advantage goes to Reprisal, because he has much more breakers, and well, the priest. So while Hulk has more footmen. So yeah, we'll see about this. But this is a bad move from Reprisal, because he loses a spellbreaker because he went in the army of Hulk, because he wanted to kill a priest or the Mountain King. That's why he has to flee now. See, that's what I'm talking about. Now the Nega is bolted and stuck in the middle of the battle. Okay, he can focus down the Mountain King, that's for sure, but the Mountain King has a healing potion on it. Water Elemental is going down. This is fucking chaos, dude. Okay, 2 more breakers low on HP, Naga low on HP. You have to micro very well, Reprisal. But I think he can manage. He's really good at micro. And the militia advantage is definitely for Hulk, though Reprisal called in his peasants too, so we'll see how this turns out. I think this battle was in the favor of Hulk, so I want to see Reprisal pulling back, because now one of the breakers of Hulk died. Okay, and he saved his Reprisal saved his breaker. So this is I know I tell a lot of so's and blah and filler words. Sorry for that. It's really that I just have to think about what I want to say, because I think my English is decent but not really professional, so sorry for that. So still falling back, Reprisal, that's why he's losing a priest, and his priest, I'll stay there. Maybe he will lose one. Yeah, one more priest. He lost one more priest. So armies 50 against 53. So Hulk broke the supply, 50 supply. Now he's in low upkeep. While Reprisal is banking up some money. How much money they have? 5,000 gold in their mines. That's quite good. So I would say that Hulk is quite ballsy that he creeps this, but it will be a huge advantage for him, because he gets a battle dram, which is really good. It's a commander, increasing attack damage of the surrounding units. So, and breakers get that. Okay, it's not the best item on breakers, because they get only 1 bonus damage, but it's quite good on the water mantles and the heroes. Definitely better than the item of what Reprisal got. This boots of Quel'Thalas is worthless to human. I always sell it, because not 6 agility is like fucking nothing, like 2 armor, and okay, he gets some attack speed probably from it, so that's okay maybe, but 200 gold is a lot. So this is good on Blade Master or Demon Hunter, but not or probably Warden, but it's not really good for the human army, neither of the heroes, so I would sell it for 2,000 gold. Okay, so Priest bolted, but Mountain King. Okay, so try to check this out. So both of them are trying to focus. See, that's what I'm talking about. 2 squishy heroes cannot really make it. And now the Nega. Oof. Okay, he used the invulnerability potion, and he has to TP. The Reprisal has to TP. Oh, and the Nega died. Oh, that's not cool. So 45 versus 60. So actually the army advantage is for Reprisal, but the problem is with this Nega army style is, as you can see,
Hawk just commanded all the breakers to kill the heroes. I mean, first the Nega and then the Archmage. So, and he just pulled back his Mountain King, because the main idea again in this build, when you get mass breakers and Nega and Archmage, is to you pull back your heroes, and if the Mountain King comes in the middle of the battle and he wants to Stormbolt you, you just focus down the Mountain King, and okay, Stormbolt causes a lot of HP loss, but the focus of the breakers plus the Nagab Frost Arrow plus the Archmage hitting plus the slow deals much more damage than one bolt. So that's why that's the basic idea of Nega second. And this is easily counterable if you just go there, hit the Nega with your breakers, and then try to bolt the Archmage or the Nega, which is quite out of position. So I don't know. This is all about micro. So if you have good micro, you can pull off this Nega second, but we'll see how this turns out. Okay, army advantage definitely for Hawk. So he should really win this battle, because Hawk has 32. Yeah, I meant Reprisal. So Reprisal is in the advantage, but now Reprisal has TP. Oh, and the Mountain King died. Ouch. That was bad. So Reprisal has 64 and 47 to Hawk. But he's trying to creep this Agalord. We will see if this happens or not. Probably not. Oh, and there's an expansion. Wow. Okay, creep checked, but he got the item, which is Helm of Valor. It will be quite good for the Mountain King, though I won't say this is such a good item. Probably Medallion of Courage would be better, because that gives intellect and strength, I guess, and that's better, because agility is quite a shit stat if you're not an agile hero. Okay, it gives armor, attack speed, but if you don't get damage from it, it's not that great. If you're not, if your primary ability is not, Whoa, this just got cancelled, right? Yeah, this just got cancelled. This is strange. Probably he was out of gold, or I don't know. Probably he thought that Reprisal has a huge army advantage. That's why Hawk thought that, okay, there's no fucking way in this Earth life that I can beat this army with this expansion up, because that expansion is quite a huge investment, and you have to spend like 1 or 2 minutes keeping it alive when it pays for itself. So we'll see how this turns out. The Mountain King will definitely come out. Hawk tried to, Reprisal tried to prevent that, but it did not happen. So the huge army advantage goes to Reprisal. We will see how this battle will unfold. Oh, Mountain King's out, and Nage got bolted. I don't know if it can go away. I see Naga's really squishy, and now just the Mountain King with Boo just will run it off, and just one bolt and it's dead. So that's what I'm talking about. You really have to be careful with your micro if you're pulling off the Naga's second, because it's really squishy. Now the Archmage will get bolted too, and the other Archmage is quite low on HP. That's why you need a fucking Mountain King, because he can finish it off. Now the Archmage is dead. No. Yes. No. What? No mana on the Mountain King, so it's not gonna happen. Ooh, 35 HP. Wow. The Mountain King will get it. Oh no. No, he won't. Okay. So the army of Reprisals kills the home base of Hawk, who used up all up his peasants probably. Now the Archmage is gonna buy a health potion, and is gonna run into his base for some safety. His mine is always almost out, but the mine of Hawk contains more and more gold, so we'll see how this turns out. This is gonna be bad. Come on, Reprisal, just please. Okay, He's not repairing. This will go down and the Nega will never come out. Does he have enough? Okay, he has enough to reproduce that, so we'll see how this turns out. So the army of Reprisal is coming back, killing some priests in the way. So Reprisal is trying to... Oh, this is so bad. Hawk is so smart. He's killing the farms, so he can see that Reprisal is nearly out of gold. That means he had to reproduce an altar and like 3 farms, and plus the Nega if he wants the Nega back. So we will see how this turns out, because I would say the army advantage is for 42 to 74. The army advantage is definitely for Reprisal, but he has a level 4 Mountain King and a level 5 Archmage, while Reprisal only has a level 6 Archmage, which is good because he can TP anytime he wants, and he's killing the army of Hawk. I don't know why he does not continue the push. He doesn't have enough money to buy back his unit. The Nega will never come back, I think. Oh, nice block with the priest. Nice. Uh-oh. Mountain King got a lot of feedback on him. And the Archmage is in quite a good position, defended by the breakers. One more breaker down. I don't know, this huge army should beat Hawk. He's on 38. And Reprisal is 77. Okay, he has no Nega, but this many breakers is just insane. Okay, Hawk really has to make guerrilla warfare, which is like Hawk really doesn't want to collide with his army. He could never win with. Oh, why didn't you? Oh, this should have been a surround. Ah, Archmage gonna get bolted. Ah, run little Archmage. So that's what I'm talking about. That's why a level 4 Archmage Mountain King is good. He's getting a lot of mana, so I want to see that invulnerability potion popping now. Beautiful. That was beautiful, but he should pull back his army. And one thing, Reprisal doesn't want losing priests, because that's the only way he can heal up his unit. So okay, pull back this. What are you doing, dude? Quite a ballsy spell breaker though, and he still has money. Wow. Hawk still has money, but as you can see, Reprisal is long distance mining, but there is no way he can get back his Nega. So I just want him to demolish this base and try to win with base race, because I would say he can win the base race. 47 against 73. Yeah, he could definitely win that base race. He just have to take care of his priests. Yeah, these priests will go down like fucking flies. If okay, he has to kill the Arcane Towers fast. Okay, Archmage doesn't have mana on it, but he has like level 2 Brilliance Resu, so he can get the TP quite hard, quite fast. Okay, so this part is really bad for Reprisal, because he doesn't want to stuck in a little place, because little army against big army is much better against little area, when you cannot utilize that your army is much choosier and can overcome his little force with surrounding him. So Hawk is now focusing down breakers one by one and losing, and Reprisal is losing breakers. So he's on 61 and Hawk is on 37. So Hawk doesn't want to fight in a big open space. He should just camp his base. Though nah, he shouldn't camp his base. I don't know. I think this only way Hulk can win if Reprisal makes a huge mistake, like letting his Archmage focus down or something like that. But though he has only one priest, that's quite lame. It's not good because he cannot dispel water elementals. So Hulk going back to this and try to heal himself up. Yeah, I know the army of Hulk is smaller because of the breakers few. There are few breakers, but he has more priests, so he can, if he micros better, he will be better. His come out will be better. So now he tries to focus down the buildings. So that's what Reprisal has to do. Focus down buildings, TP back. Send here a spell breaker, TP on the spell breaker. Focus down buildings, TP back. He has to utilize his ultimate ability, and it's like only 100 mana, so he can do it anytime. So please, Reprisal, you cannot lose this. Oh no, the Mountain King coming! TP! No, dude, TP! No, dude, just TP, please. Because if he gets stonebolted by TPing, that's gonna be fucking bad for him. I wouldn't fight if I were him. I wouldn't fight. Cause this is a small choke, and that's what I was talking about. Okay, he still dominates his army, but oh my God, the Archmage is okay. Pull back the Archmage. Pull back the Archmage. Okay, one more breaker down. Level 7. Please pull back the Archmage. Please pull back the Archmage. It's too close to the mount. Thinking. Oh God. Oh God. Breakers dying for Reprisal. Hulk is doing some great microing. So it's a 36 versus 53. Good micro from both, but we'll see how this turns out. I want him to yeah, level 5 Mountain King just one-shots priest, so okay. Nice. Surround. No, surround. Okay, he's losing all his prayer breakers. This is not good. Bolt, surround, GG. Okay, this is just GG. He loses the Archmage. That's why GG. That's what I was trying to talk about. Hulk. This was the only possibility how Hulk could win, is that Reprisal makes a terrible mistake, and fighting with foot advantage in a small choke area is definitely a mistake. He played very well in the whole game. I think he should have won. But that one mistake that he fought there was so huge that he lost the game because of that. So yeah, that was a game deciding decision, which he made a bad decision. So if you had a huge army advantage, none of you have gold, then you just try to hit and run, because you know that your enemy cannot fight you only in really special spots. Where there's a small choke, and the problem of that your army is much bigger and can overcome his little force is not that effective. Because imagine that there's a small choke, okay? So this is a small choke here, and your army is like this huge, goes for like this far. So this is your army, and his army is just only this big. This little, okay, maybe this big. So this is the small choke. So both of your armies can only fight with this many units, which is here. And but your army is this huge, so you cannot utilize like this many this much army or this many units. While he can utilize the same amount of units in the choke, but he can only not utilize like this many units. So if he has more priests, so if he micros well, pulls back his units, and pulls his units, his not damaged units inside the choke, then his smaller force will heal up, send back in again, and you will lose a lot more units, and I mean fucking lot more units. So that's why you have to get this huge choke with your this huge army, or a big open space where you can surround your enemy force, and you don't fight in little chokes when you have a huge army advantage and none of you well mines gold. So that's why Reprisal just should have TP'd out and tried to kill the base, not from the inside but from the outside. So you can, so Hulk army. Okay, imagine this is Hulk base, and that's why he Reprisal lost, because he was fighting with a huge army inside the base, but there were like one little choke and two little chokes, so there was two little chokes where they could fight the breakers, and the other breakers were just standing in the middle scratching their dicks that, oh, what the fuck am I doing here? Okay, they are ranged units, so it's still better than if it were footmen, but still he could not utilize that his army is much huger. If he TP'd out, TP back home and attacked the base from the outskirts, so like then he would have this huge attacking ground, so he could surround the enemy base and just focus down buildings one by one. And Hulk had two options then: fight inside his base where are the smaller choke, that's okay, but then you focus down the buildings from the outside, so you are starting to make the choke quite bigger until you are in a good position that you can attack his inner army. So, or he can fight in the outside, which is still bad for him because it's a huge space out there where his army would be much inferior to Reprisal's army. So Reprisal made a bad decision fighting inside the base, and he should have TP'd out and come back with a huge army again. I know it's hard to make decisions in critical moments like this, because I always fuck decisions up, but that's why he should have done. I know level 5 Archmage, level 5 Mountain King is really dangerous, but if you put your Archmage behind the wall of the Spellbreakers, like 20 Spellbreakers can like instantly hit the Mountain King, which destroys like, I don't know, 80 mana, which is almost 100, so his mana would drop like a fly. So that's why Reprisal should have attacked from the outskirt and not from the inside, because he just lost his whole army. Because okay, his micro is good, but the problem was that because of the little chokes, his army stuck in the chokes, he couldn't micro them that well, while Hulk could pull his little army back while there were 4 priests and heal them up. So I hope you get the idea. So that was my first commentary, and I hope you learned from it. Big armies don't like to fight in chokes, so you always want to do a guerrilla warfare with your smaller army and fight in little chokes, bridges, somewhere the huge army just clumps up and basically destroys itself, because if the army clumps up in like a bridge or a small choke, you cannot micro back your injured units, while the smaller army can do that more easily because he has more space back at his back. So hope you learn from that, and thank you for watching my first commentary. More will come, and of course I will continue playing on my stream, so there will be a link in this video where you can find my stream if you don't know where I stream at, and this video will be linked at my stream page, so you can watch it. I'm gonna make 2 playlists. One playlist will be pro replay commentaries, which like this was Reprisal, like Hulk and Hulk are pros. Commentating their replays will go to a place called Pro Replays. Agalord commentating pro replays, and sometimes I will commentate my own replays, where I will tell you what I was thinking about the games and stuff like that, and that will be in a other place while Agalord commentates on his own replays. It's gonna be that's gonna be its name. So please look forward to it, and if you want to know when I upload a video, just please go subscribe, and really thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more. Bye bye.